Or before you even start the design, if you want to be at the same level with the book, you will start off by transferring your bust dart to your waist so that you have that big waist just like what they have here. And then you now move everything to the neck just like what they've done. And one thing you shouldn't forget, let me go close so you can see. When they finished, they measured from this point. Okay, so they measured ½ inch. I told you it's from ½ inch to 1 inch. So they stood at this point and measured ½ inch. And then drew from this point all the way to this point, and then all the way to that point, like that. And then you are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So when you finish, you are just going to add your 5/8 all around, and then you are gone. Now let's look at this. I think you and I even did this. That's in the shoulder. Now whenever you see the design, you should analyze it first. There's no bust dart, there's no waist dart, but there's a shoulder. This means that bust and waist has been moved to the shoulder. How do we do it? You get your bodice block, you move your bust to your waist so that you have one big dart. Then now you find the part of the shoulder you want to move the dart to. Draw a slash line from there all the way to this place. Now that is figure 1. Let's go to figure 2. I'll say cut line 2, not through bust point. So they are telling you that cut from this point all the way to the bust point, not through. Don't go past that place, just stop there. And then when you finish, let's move to figure 3. They are telling you that BA and now AB has been closed now, and they've written new pattern shape here for you. So now the dart has been moved to where? The shoulder, and then you go and add your 5/8 all around it, and then you sew. So that is how to transfer a dart. And like I said, if you look at these designs they are wearing, it's innovative. It's not like compulsory you must transfer a dart, but when you do them, if you want to stand out, you need to try some of these things so that it makes your designs a little bit new. Okay, so the same way they've transferred that from, let's say, bust waist to the side. So I think I did this with you as well. So you slash this area, you close your bust and waist, and then you move it to that area. So it goes on and on and on. So it starts from I think 83 all the way. We are now at 89. You can just go through the book and different places. And you see, they are all wearing straight lines. When you move your bust dart and your waist dart to your center like this, and then go and cut the lower section on fold. When you cut the lower section on fold and you sew it, this is the kind of design you are going to get. Some of the lines will come straight and others will cross it, and it's a very beautiful design you can try, but you would have to understand the rest before you come to this one, ladies and gentlemen. And the same thing here. Now it is not always that you would have to transfer all the dart. So let's look at this design. If you analyze the design very well, there is a waist dart and there's a shoulder dart, but in your bodice block it is rather a bust dart and a waist dart. This means that we would have to maintain your regular waist dart, but rather there's no bust dart, so it means we are moving your bust dart to your shoulder. So now how do I do that? You only draw a line from your bust and your waist. So find your bust point, draw a line from the shoulder all the way to the apex. That's for figure 1. Then now come and cut all the way from this point to your bust point. Now close your bust dart, and then it is transferred to your shoulder beautifully. And you will not touch your waist dart because in the design there is a waist and there is a bust. This means we are maintaining our waist dart, but rather move our bust dart, ladies and gentlemen. So it goes on and on and on like that. And very beautiful design we have here. If you want to do this design, it just means that you are moving the dart to the tip of the shoulder, and that's how you can get this design. But you have to extend your shoulder tip a little bit, or just draw from this point to your shoulder tip, and once you transfer the dart there, this is the kind of design you will get. Now look carefully into this design. You realize that it is only the bust dart they transferred to the shoulder tip. They left the waist dart. This means that, and there's gathers there. This means they didn't hold the bust dart. The waist dart is there, but they didn't sew it. They rather gathered it. Because in my previous class, I told you that you can always gather your dart so that it becomes okay. So on a regular day you have a waist dart like this and then the shoulder tip, but what we are telling you is that instead of sewing it as a line or as a dart, you can gather. So if you look at this side, it's being gathered like that. Okay, beautiful designs here. Let me see if I can rotate this for you. Okay, so let's rotate. Very good. So we have the rotation now. Okay, now talking about that can be gathered and all of that. Now let's go to this design one, this lady here. You realize that she doesn't have a waist dart. She also doesn't have a bust dart, but there's gathers in the shoulder. So how would you do that? It means that you should move your waist dart and your bust dart, transfer them to your shoulder. But instead of holding it and sewing it as a dart, you would rather gather the shoulder because it will become big. All you have to do is just sew on top of it and pull the gathers to the. So if your shoulder was like 4 inches, immediately you move your dart there. Now your shoulder is going to be like 7 inches or 8 inches. When you gather it all the way to the 4 inches, you are good to go, and then you can move on. So let's come to design 2. Now when you look at design 2, there is no waist dart, there's no bust dart, but there's gathers in the middle or the center. This means you move your bust and your waist to your center and it's been sewn, and it's been gathered. And around this design 3, there's a waist dart, there's no bust dart, but there's gathers in the neck. This means you are moving your dart from the bust point and taking it to where your neck to be gathered. And then the same thing happens here. There's no bust, there's only gathers at the waist. This means I am moving my bust dart and I'll add my bust dart to my waist so that I can get enough gathers to gather like that, and I'm gone. Okay, so that cluster, like I said in the previous class, you can actually distribute your dart and have a lot of dart. So if you want to try something like this, you should understand everything I have done from the beginning before you get to this point. So this is that cluster where they've joined so many darts together, and the bust and the waist dart has been put together as one, and then they've drawn them in a triangle way. So when you come to this place, you realize that they've slashed and then they spread it up, and that's what the results they got there. So these are very beautiful things that you can be doing with your dart. These are all dart clusters. They are curved dart. It's not compulsory that every day your dart must be a straight line. You can actually draw them slightly curved. So if you want to do something like what this lady is wearing, it's very simple. So you are going to draw a line from your bust dart in a very simple way. So with this one, they didn't look for their apex because of the way the design is. They drew a line from their bust all the way to the side, then another line from their waist here, waist dart all the way to the side as well. So now when you slash this line to this place and you cut your waist dart and you close, this area will open, and when you slash here and you close, this area would also open. So this is the finished work. Now they are telling you that the waist dart has been closed and it's been opened here, and then they are telling you that this bust dart has also been closed and it's been opened here. So you add 5/8 all around. You would want to cut the center on fold. If you look at the design, there's no line in the middle, so it means they are going to cut it on fold. There are so many different designs you can get. So with this design, it has an extended shoulder. So all you're going to do is you pick your bodice block, you draw your neckline. Now this is the tip of the shoulder, but what they are telling you is that extend it by 1 1/4 inch. Okay, and then so now you have a shoulder that is slightly longer. Then you connect from that point, you draw the star line from this area like this, and then you continue straight to your bust. Then you come and stand at the original. You remember this area was extended. Now come back to the original area, draw from this point all the way to here, and then bring it to your bust point once again. Now when you close this, it will open this area. When you close this, it will open this area as well. So this is the pattern you are going to get. But if you want to do this, when you extend your shoulder, you must trace that new body